For $70, you can get this tiny red light therapy device that literally sticks to your head. What's not to like about the Hooga Dot? Well, actually, there's a few things, and in this video review, I'm going to share all of the pros and cons about the Hooga Dot, and I'm also going to compare it to the rather popular Kineon Move Pro. It's probably its biggest rival competitor, so to speak. So be sure to hang around until the end of the video where I do that big comparison as well. Okay, so what do you need to know about the Hooga Dot? Well, it's made by a company called Hooga. Hooga have been in the red light therapy space for many years now, and they're well known for their quality, well-rounded products that come in at a really low price point. In fact, the first few Hooga products I reviewed were really great when it came to price. It's only been more lately that they've released more premium, higher end, more feature packed products. But this Hooga Dot is not just competing on a price front, it's actually quite a unique product. I haven't seen anything like this before. No, well, tell a lie, I have seen the Kineon product, but I haven't seen anything like this at this price point. So that is quite interesting. And there are also some neat features within this product. Of course, I just showed you how it literally sticks to your head. I mean, it comes with these adhesives. You stick them onto the product and they're double-sided so you can stick them on your body. They also come with these handy straps. So you could, for instance, strap it on and wear it on your arm or use it like a, I don't know, wrist-based device, maybe. The straps aren't too big, so you're only limited to small limbs. You're not going to get this around your back or even your leg, but still, it's another option. Now they are battery powered and there's a USB-C charging port in the bottom here. They have a 15-minute runtime and then an automatic switch off. And they're using both red light and near-infrared light. So there's 19 LEDs, nearly half of them are red and the others are near-infrared. You can thus choose which operating mode you want to run in, exclusively red light, exclusively near-infrared, or you combine them both. Finally, you can buy them individually or you can buy them in a triple pack. Oh, and I should mention, I'm actually affiliated with Hooga. That means if you scroll down and make a purchase through the link and or use the discount down below, I get a commission, but of course you guys are going to save as well. All right, so let's talk power and wavelengths. Now, Hooga state that this device is putting out 660 and 850 nanometer light. These are your most common red and near-infrared wavelengths that we see in red light therapy products. So yeah, tried and tested. Let's fire up the spectrometer and see if this is exactly what is coming out. Okay, let's look at the wavelengths first. So I've got it in dual mode with near-infrared and red light running. So we can see the peak up here. Yep, we've got 662 nanometers, and then the second peak is 855. So all good there. The claimed wavelengths were 660 and 850, so we're pretty much on the money there. Okay, so what about power irradiance? Well, on the Hooga website, they're saying that this is putting out 120 milliwatts over centimeter squared of energy. That's a lot, like huge amount. Now, it doesn't say how this was tested. It doesn't say what distance, but given this size, I'm assuming that's at the surface. Now, typically in my reviews and in my shopping tool over at Light Therapy Insiders, I share irradiance data at 6 inches. So what I've done is I've gone out and tested the irradiance at 6 inches. So we have a baseline, a benchmark, so to speak. And then I've also tested it at the source because that's how you're probably going to use it, right up against the body. Okay, so the reading at 6 inches was 0.4 milliwatts over centimeter squared. Miles away from the 120, but again, that's 6 inches from the device. Pretty much that means if you're using one of these devices, you want to use them pretty close to the body. If you're using it out here, you're not wasting your time, you're just getting a very small amount of energy. At the source, as in right up against the LEDs, firstly, I ran it in red light only, and I had a figure of 68 milliwatts over centimeter squared. Then I tested it in near-infrared mode, and it was 34 milliwatts over centimeter squared. And then when it was in the combined mode, it had 45 milliwatts over centimeter squared. Now, bit of commentary on this. Yes, all of these numbers are well below the 120 milliwatts mark. This is unfortunately rather common in the space. A lot of companies are using solar meters to do their testing, which give a figure that is 2 to 3 times higher than what a spectrometer will detect. Also, some companies just exaggerate the numbers purely from a marketing point of view, which ain't great. But I'd assume that a solar meter has been used, given that it is about 2 or 3 times above my numbers. On the other hand though, 30 to 40 milliwatts is a decent amount. I mean, that's putting out a heap of therapeutic light. If you're wanting this for skin benefits, such as helping with wrinkles or collagen production or sunburn or anything like that, then yeah, this is going to work great. I mean, there's more than enough light in it, especially over a 5 or 10 minute treatment session. So what about price? Well, one pod retails for $79 US. Now, Hooga have given me a discount code. It is down below. If you enter this discount code at the checkout screen, you will save 10%. So that's going to bring the price down to about $70. Now, you can also purchase the triple pack that retails for $199. Again, use the discount code down below, and that will bring the price down to about $180. With each pod, you get 1 strap and 10 adhesives. So if you get the triple pack, you're going to get 30 adhesives. But you can also buy more of these adhesives. They're about $5 or $6 for 20 or so, I believe. Now, if you're living in America, shipping is free. If you're living internationally, I put in a few addresses, expect to pay anything from about $10 to $20 for shipping. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, can you hit the like button? And also, while you're down there, can you also hit the subscribe button? Because it helps me put out more content like this, which is a win-win for everyone. Okay, so what do I like and not like about the Hooga Dot? Well, first up, it is quite a unique product. I mean, it's going to be perfect for someone out there. I know it. Someone is going to see this and think, oh my God, that's what I need. Personally, I love them for travel. I mean, it's portable, it's small, you can slip it in your man bag, your backpack. I mean, you could even put it in your pocket for a day outing. Even better, if you wanted to use it in a public place, it's quite discreet. You push it against the skin, there's very little light leakage, or you can turn it into the near infrared mode, which of course is invisible. No one's even going to know what you're doing while it's running. So you could have that on a problematic spot on the strap, on your lip for a cold sore, which is actually the reason why I like these small devices. Whenever I do my big long haul trips, I always tend to get a cold sore. So red light therapy is amazing for shortening herpes outbreaks and also helping with inflammation and the after effects. So I always use devices like this on my lips. Super effective, and the Hooga Dot is great for this. And then obviously you have 3 different ways you can use them. You can hold them, you can strap them on, or you can stick them to the body. Now the adhesives and sticking them to the body it's kind of interesting. Like, I don't know how long it's going to last there. I mean, you could use it during a warm-up, I guess, and like you can focus on whatever else you're doing. It's a neat feature. Is everyone going to use it? Is it perfect? Probably not. To be honest, putting on those adhesives and getting them all in place is a bit fiddly and a little bit frustrating. And then of course you got to buy more of the adhesives as well. So I do recommend, if you are going to use the adhesives, when you place the order, buy a bunch of the adhesives. Otherwise, you're going to have to go back and order more later. Price point, I think it's pretty good. I mean, $70, yeah, it is a lot of money for what you're getting. But, I mean, if you just want to test the waters and try red light therapy, or you have a particular use case scenario for these devices, maybe you have a large panel and you just want something small for traveling, or like I said, for cold sores, then yeah, I mean, for $70, you're getting a device that's portable, it's powerful, it's got various ways you can use it in terms of straps and that. So yeah, it's not for everyone, but it is for someone. And of course, if you buy the triple pack, then the overall value improves even further. As for the power output, it's surprisingly good for a device of this size. To be honest, when I saw that it was 120 milliwatts on the website, I thought there's no way. I mean, we'll be lucky to get to 20. So the fact that we were 30 or 45 was quite surprising and quite impressive. The downside though is it's still underpowered if you want this for, say, treating a knee joint or a hip joint or something like that. You're not going to get the penetration, especially because more of the power is going into the red light instead of the near infrared light. So if you're wanting this for surface level treatment, then it's going to be great. But again, deep tissue stuff, not ideal. And since I've already touched on one negative, let's go through some other cons. Now, one of them is the strap. Yes, the strap is handy, but it's rather small. I mean, you can only really use this on your arms, maybe around your ankle, but that's about it. I suppose you've got the adhesives there, or of course you can just hold them, but I just thought I'd mention the strap is on the smaller side. Adhesives, again, fiddly to put on. I'm sure they're not going to last that long, especially if they come into contact with sweat. Now, I didn't talk about operation, but it's rather quite simple. You just hold the button at the back for a few seconds, that turns it on. What I found though is that button, the touch sensitive button, is very sensitive. So You could have it, I don't know, on your shoulder, for instance, and if you reach over and brush it or just try to move it, often I was hitting the mode setting and you'd change the output, which was a little bit frustrating. And it would have been nicer if it came with a little pouch or carry bag, even something like a glass case bag, just something you could throw all three of them into when you're out traveling. If you just get one, it's probably not so much of an issue. But I know with three, I was looking around when I was packing up my bag at the hotel the other day, and I had 3 pods. I had the charging cord, I had the straps, and I had the adhesives. And I was like, the box is too bulky, to put in my little carry-on bag. And I was like, well, what do I do? In the end, I just chose one and put it in my pocket and put the rest in my big suitcase. But if there was a small little carry bag, it would have been nice. Overall then, should you buy this? Who is it for? Well, I mean, it could be for you. I'm sure there's going to be people seeing this thinking, oh, this is going to be great for XYZ. I mean, if it is great for you, I'd love to hear your user case scenario. Leave it in the comments below. Otherwise though, I can think of a few people that are going to like this. Firstly, someone that's on a super tight budget but wants to try red light therapy. I mean, if you can't afford more than $100 but you want to try red light therapy, here's an option. I mean, yeah, it's small, but still it's portable and it's got enough power, so it's an option. Secondly, travelers, it's a big one. Well, not necessarily even travelers. I mean, it could just be anyone that's out and about all day and just wants something in their purse or man bag or backpack or gym bag. I've covered red light therapy options for travelers in the past, and that was before I had this product, but it definitely ticks a lot of boxes for travelers, that's for sure. Another customer will be someone who suffers from cold sores, because there's nothing worse than being out, let's say you're in a meeting or traveling or whatever it may be, and you feel that tingle come on and you think, I don't have any cold sore cream and it's going to be a few hours before I get to a chemist or, to my red light therapy device at home. And that's precious time. The sooner you can get the ointment on or some red light onto it, the better it's going to be in a few days' time. So if you are prone to a lot of cold sores, you could have a product like this and just have it with you all the time for those moments. And then finally, I suppose if you do have some surface level issues and funny places that you want to treat, but it's not a big area, then yeah, the Hooga Dot could be great for you as well. But as I said at the start of the video, there are some other products out there that may be better suited to you. So let's run through a few of them. First up is the Mito Red Light Mito Mobile Flex. Now, this is a product that's been around for a few years now. I still travel with it, and I also have one in my living room. I use it quite a lot. It's battery powered and it's a lot bigger than the Hooga Dot, but it's going to put out a lot more energy and it's obviously going to treat a much larger area. Best of all, you can get it for a couple $100. So yes, it's more expensive than the Hooga Dot, especially one Hooga Dot, but I mean, you think about the size and the power output, it's kind of worth it. And then if you're happy going to a bigger, more expensive setup, then of course you could look at the Hooga Pro 300, which is a tabletop device. Of course, this isn't portable. You're not throwing it in your backpack. But if you want something set up at home for treating your whole face or your sore knee or something like that, then yeah, a tabletop panel is going to treat a larger area, even compared to the Mito Mobile, and put out a lot more intensity as well. But the biggest alternative is the Kineon Move Pro. Now this product is designed for joints, knee problems in particular. It's using red light and near-infrared light. In fact, it uses 808 nanometer near-infrared light, which has been shown to be extremely effective for joint health and many other problems. And it's actually using lasers as well as LEDs. So it's going to give much better penetration than the Hooga Dot. This is why the Kineon product is great for those deep tissue joint issues. Overall, the Kineon is a much more premium product as well. It's putting out a lot more power. It comes in a really nice carry case. It's got a neat little charging dock. The pods, it comes with 3 pods. They all sync up using Bluetooth. So you turn one on, they all turn on. It is a well-polished premium product. There's various strap options, so you can wear it around your back or on your knee, for instance. So I guess I'm saying, like, if you're looking at the Hooga Dot for that knee problem, I'd recommend spending extra money and getting something like the Kineon instead. I do need to mention that the Kineon product is a lot more expensive. So of course you need to factor that into your decision-making process. But the good thing about the Kineon is, yes, it's more powerful and it's going to penetrate deeper, but you can still use it as that travel device, which is actually what I've been doing until the Hooga Dot arrived. I was still using the Kineon in the back seat of taxis, on airplanes, whenever I had cold sores, or just to hit my glands for like a full body benefit. Anyway, I've reviewed all of these products so you can check them out, but you also may want to check out this video because it's really good.